Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky is the city and the administrative, industrial, scientific, and cultural center of Kamchatka Krai, Russia. Population 179,780, 198,028, 268,747. Geography. The city is situated on high hills and surrounded by volcanoes. The surrounding terrain is mountainous enough that the horizon cannot be seen clearly from any point in town. Across Avesha Bay from the city in Vylyuchinsk is Russia's largest submarine base, the Rybachi nuclear submarine base, established during the Soviet regime and still used by the Russian Navy. The city is located 6,766 kilometers from Moscow and about 2,220 kilometers from Vladivostok. History. The city was founded by Danish navigator Vitus Bering in the service of the Russian Navy. Bering reached Avesha Bay in late 1740 and laid the foundation stone for the harbor town, naming the new settlement Petropavlovsk after his two ships, the St. Peter and the St. Paul, built in Okhotsk for his second expedition. The town's location on the sheltered Avesha Bay and at the mouth of the Avesha River saw it develop to become the most important settlement in Kamchatka. It was granted town status on April 9, 1812. During the 1854–1855 Crimean War, the city was put under siege by the Anglo-French forces, but never fell. The city had been fortified under the command of Nikolai Muraviyev-Amorsky in the years prior, but only possessed a small garrison of a few hundred soldiers and 67 cannons. After much exchange of fire, 600 Allied troops landed south of the city, but were forced to retreat by only 230 Russian troops after heavy fighting. 1 week later, 900 Allied troops landed east of the town, but were again repelled by the Russians. The Allied ships then retreated from Russian waters. The total Russian losses were reported at around 100 men, those of the Allies at least 5 times that number. Petropavlovsk was a great source of fish, particularly salmon, and crab meat for the Soviet Union in the 20th century. Since the end of the Soviet era, fishing rights have also been granted to foreign interests. Poaching of salmon for their caviar at Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky remains a problem, unhampered by LAX law enforcement and widespread corruption. Administrative and municipal status. Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky is the administrative center of the Krai. Within the framework of administrative divisions, it is incorporated as Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky city under Krai jurisdiction, an administrative unit with the status equal to that of the districts. As a municipal division, Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky city under Krai jurisdiction is incorporated as Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky urban okrug. Tourism. The city has developed a tourist infrastructure. About 20 large tourism companies offer a wide range of services from bear hunting to paragliding. No roads connect the Kamchatka Peninsula to the rest of the world. Travel to Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky is expensive but is growing in popularity because of the remarkable scenery throughout the peninsula. The city is served by Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky Airport, which is linked to the town and its port via the A401 road. Demographics. Ethnic Russians and Ukrainians make up the majority of the population. The city on its own has more inhabitants than the entire neighboring Chukotka Autonomous Okrug or Magadan Oblast. The population numbered 179,780 in 2010, 179,800 in 2011, 179,784 in 2012, and 181,618 in 2013. Climate. The climate is boreal and precipitation averages are estimated at 1,150 mm. Or about 3.5 times as much as most of Siberia averages, with most falling as snow. Temperatures in winter are much milder than in Siberia. A typical January day averages -7 degrees Celsius. while in summer plus 16 degrees Celsius constitutes an average August high. In warm years, monthly high averages in July-August reach plus 18 degrees Celsius and higher. Despite the generally high precipitation, the weather is less cloudy than in the adjacent Kuril Islands that are one of the least sunny places in the world, since the city is located behind a peninsula to the north that blocks some of the fog from the Oyashio Current. Oceanic water in Avasha Bay and adjacent bays is also warmer than coastal waters of Kuril Islands and Okhotsk Sea coast. Politics. Results of the Russian legislative elections. Twin towns and sister cities. Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky is twinned with Kushiro, Japan. Sevastopol, Unalaska, United States. Gallery. Petropavlovsk and Koyaksky volcano, as seen from Avasha Bay. Lenin Square. An Ilyushin Il-96-300 of Aeroflot at Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky Airport. Original town center. Seaport. Sovetskaya Street. Ski resort, Red Hill, in Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky Biathlon Stadium. Vitaly Fatyanov Prize Competition. Aerial view of Petropavlovsk. Russian Army Memorial.